Hello everyone, welcome to another lecture on C++ programming language. On this lecture, which we are on lecture 9, So in this lecture, we will discuss about increment, increment or decrement operators, increment and decrement operators on C++ programming language. So the increment and decrement operators on C++ language are used to increase or decrease the variable or the operand value by 1. So it is a unary operator. It means this operator only needs one operand or a variable. So it increase. So we have, let's start. So we have plus plus, which is called increment operator. This is called increment. And as the name suggests, it increases the variable value by 1. So it is an increment operator. And we have also the decrement operator, which is double minus, and it's called decrement operator. And this operator is used to decrease the value of our variable by 1. So the plus plus operator is called increment operator, and it's used to increase the value of a variable or operand by 1. But the dash dash or decrement operator is used to decrease the value of a variable by 1. So let's see an example. If I have a variable called integer x is equal to 10, integer x is equal to 10. So if I say x plus plus, so it means we have here, the increment operator. So it means it add one value to the variable x. So now it's 10. And in this line, when the compiler or CPU execute this line, the variable or the value of the variable x become 11. If we see out x, so the output will be 11 because we have here plus plus operator, which is called increment operator, which increase the value of our variable or operand by 1. So we have only one operand here, which is x. And then if we use like x minus minus, so as we can see, we used in this line decrement operator. It means it decreased the value of our variable by 1. So it actually, in this line, it decreased the value of variable x by 1. So the variable x is equal to 10, so it's become 9. If we see out x now, so the output will be 9. So this is the decrement operator. But you have to be careful about, we can use both of these operators as a prefix or postfix. As a prefix, we can use it as a prefix and postfix. So postfix and prefix. It means if we have like integer x is equal to 10 and we use x plus plus. So the plus plus operator or increment operator used as a postfix. It means after the x. So in this situation, it is postfix. If we see out, so the variable x value will be 11. So the output will be 11. But we can use this variable x as, as prefix. So we can say plus x, plus x. If I remove these, so in this situation, it is prefix. It's prefix. Why is prefix? Because we have first the increment operator, then the operand or variable. So it is used before the uh, x or operand. So in this case also, if I remove this one, this line, so now we have plus x, plus x. The value of the variable increased by 1, it's become 11. So the output will be 11. So this is for, increment. But for decrement operator also we can use like, x minus minus. So in this case it is postfix. Is used as a postfix. If we put here minus minus x, so in this case it's used as a prefix. So, it decreased the variable x by 1. So let's give you another example. Let's give you another example. Like if we have integer x is equal to 10, and if we have integer y is equal to x plus plus. And if I want to see out, suppose I want to see out and I say x is equal to x, and I say end line, then if I see out the y is equal to, then I print the value of y, and then end line. So what is the output of this program? So the variable x is 10 here, and the variable y is x plus plus. So if we print the x here, so it's increased. So it's become x has become 10, yes? X has become 10. So what is the variable, or what is the value of variable y? Oh, sorry, the x is equal to 11 here, so because we have 10, and if it increases, it's become 11. So the variable x is 11. So what is the variable y? So what is the value of variable y? Is it 10 or 11? What do you think? So in this case, it's used as postfix, if you can see. So in this case, it's used as postfix. So what will be the variable y? So the variable y will be 10. So when you use as a postfix, I can write this statement as two statements, okay? So this one, I can say first y become x. It means first the value of x is stored inside y, and then after that x become plus plus, because it's used as a postfix. So in this case, first the value of variable x is stored inside y. The variable x is 10, so 10 is stored inside y, and if we print is 10, then the x is plus plus. But if you use as a prefix, let's use the same example as a prefix. There will be a change here, so let's check. If we have here integer y is equal to plus x. So if I ask you now, what is the output of this program? What is the value of x and what's the value of y? Can you tell me? Just guess. So the value of x is equal to, because x is plus plus, so it became 11. That's great. So what is the value of variable y? What's the value of variable y? So in this case, if it's used as a prefix, so first what happens here, So first, x become plus plus. Okay. In this case, x become plus plus first. Then y become equal to x. So it means first x become 11, then the value of x is stored inside y, which become 11. So in this case, the variable y contains 11. So if the output y is equal become 11. So here the x is became 11, and the y's also became 11. So just be careful about when this operator is used, if it's used as postfix or prefix, which I give you the same example. If I give you the same example like for decrement operator, so let's use the same example as decrement. So if we have integer y is equal to x minus minus. So it's used as a postfix. So if you print out, so x become 9, yes? Because it decreases, it subtract the value of 1 from variable x. What about the variable y? What's the value of y? So it is 9 or 10. What do you think? It is 10. Why? Because the variable y first First, the value of x, which is 10, is stored inside y. Then x become minus minus in this case. So if it's used as a postfix, so then first the value of x is stored inside y, and then x become minus minus. And if you use as a prefix, so if you use minus minus x, so what happened in this case? In this case, x become first minus minus, and then y is equal to x. So then variable, the value of variable x is stored inside y. So in this case, what is the output of the x, the value of the x, and what is the value of the y? So the value of the x becomes, so x minus minus is become 9. What is the value of y? Y is also become 9 because x become 9 here, then 9 is stored inside y. So in this case, both variable contains 9. So just be careful when you use, these operators as, postfix or prefix. So I just give you a clear example how this will be changed, the output of the program when you use as a postfix these operators or as a prefix. Yeah, so now we are back to the computers. I open my IDE, which is, Klein IDE. So you can use this IDE if you want. So our lecture was about increment or decrement operators on C++. So first, the increment operator. Increment operator, which we have plus plus, is used to increase the value of an operand by 1 or to increase the value of a variable by 1. So let's see an example. If I define integer like x is equal to 10, and I say in another line x plus plus. So if we see out, we can say is x is equal to, so we print x is equal to x. So let's check. If we run and execute this program, the value of x become 11. Why we used here the increment operator? Actually, it is equal to, we can write also x is equal to x plus 1. So it means it increased the value of a variable by 1. So we can use as a prefix or postfix. this, increment operator. Now it has been used as a postfix. Postfix means after the operand. First, we have the variable x, which is operand, and then we have our operator. It's used in this case as a postfix. But we can use this one as a prefix, like we can say plus plus x. And now if we run the program, so we can see the value of the variable x is equal 11. And because we have stored a 10 here inside the variable x, then we incremented by 1 the value of, the value of a variable x. So it became 11. The same way we have decrement operator, which is decrement operator, which is minus minus, which decrease the the value of a variable or operand by 1. So if we here, like instead of this line, we can write x minus minus. So what will be the value of variable x? It will be 9, because in this line we decreased the variable x by 1, so it's become like x minus 1. So let's run our program. So we can see the variable x is 9. So we can use, this time it's used as postfix, but we can use also as prefix. So I can write this one like this, like minus minus x. This time it's as a prefix. And if we run the program, we can see that x is equal to 9. So let's give an example. Like if I have here integer y. So let's first increase the variable x. So if we can see here, I define another variable, integer y is equal to x plus plus. So let's print out the variable y. So see out y is equal to y. So now guess what will be the output of this program. So in this line, if I comment, so the x is equal to 10, yes. So it's been increased here the value of the x by 1, so the x is equal to 11. Yeah. And what will be the value of y? So the value of y is not 11, it is 10. So let me run the program. So let me run the program. Okay. So as you can see, the variable x is 11 and the variable y is 10. Why? Because when you use the increment operator as postfix, so first what happens in this line, first the value of x, which is 10, is going to store inside the variable y. So first it is, like y is become equal to x. And then after x become plus plus. So that's, you have to be careful when you use as a postfix or prefix. So now if you use the increment operator as a prefix, what will happen in this case? So let me clean this. So what will be the value of x and y? So x is equal to 10, so it is increased here, it's become 11. What will be the value of y? The value of y also become 11. Why? So let's run the program first, then I explain why. So if we run, we can see both variables now have, the value of 11. So in this case, what happens here, if you use the increment operator as prefix, so first it increased the value of x by 1, then it is stored the total value inside the y. So let's see.
it happens like this. First, x become plus plus, okay, or we can say plus plus x. Then y is become equal to x. If we use we can use the same way the decrement operator. If we have here, like if we write here integer y is equal to x minus minus. So what will be the variable, what will be the value of variable x and y? So I see the variable x will be 9. Why? Because it's decreased here by 1. And what will be the value of variable y? The variable y is still 10. Why? Because in this case, first the value of x is stored inside y, and then x become minus minus. So if we run the program, we can check x is equal to 9 and y is equal to 10, because first the value of x is stored inside y, and then the variable x is decremented by 1 because it's used as a postfix. And if we use this, if you use the decrement operator as a prefix, what happened now? So what will be the the value of x and y? So the value of x will be 9. What will be the value of y? The value of y also be 9. Let's check. Not this one. Run it. Yeah, so you can see both variable contains now the value of 9. Y in this case is used as a prefix. The decrement operator used as a prefix. So what happens in this case, first x become minus minus, then the value of x is stored inside y. So in this case, x become 9, then 9 is stored inside y. So that's, the x is also 9, the y is also 9. So this was today's lesson about, increment and decrement operators on C++ programming language. I hope you understood this concept. And please like, subscribe, and share this video, and see you on the next lecture. And thank you for joining and watching this lecture.